Hey y'all, Swell Dog. Um, there's some funny things I was thinking about. Apparently, this is gonna be a really funny day. So I made a video previously a couple minutes ago, and I watched it. And I liked it. Uh, it's like you see the truth, the things that if you ever record videos of yourself, and then you like things that you like to modify about what you think, but as an amendum, as an addition to that video. Just a quick recap. I can't breathe. I can't sleep. I got the sniffles and a headache and sinuses because the flowers are so gosh darn happy right now. So the pollen and I created a new phrase, a new idea and phrase, which is um, it's just a thought. You had to watch the other video, but it's like I'm going to Mexico. I'm gonna move to Mexico. So there's that, which is just kind of a funny thing, but also considering making some life changes later down the road. Who knows? And but I was thinking to myself a couple things. I want to talk about movies. So yesterday I got a. I'm also wearing a hat now because I know I don't have to explain myself, but I was stepped outside to get some fresh air and be by one of my favorite trees. And it's pretty funny. Speaking of which, like I placed my hand on the tree, be kind of, spiritual, be one with nature. And I got a little scared because I heard some movement in the branches. There's a bird. It's like a bird flapping its wing. I'm thinking right now it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, right? I like to imagine one of the little birds is just like what, like does is like looking down. She's like, what is going on? Like the bird, like the birds are pretty smart. Like I've learned that these the birds in particular, they're not bird brains. They're not. They're like I'm gonna call this bird a guy. So this guy in the branches is like, I'm gonna flap my wing. I know what time it is right now. I I I don't have the nerve to chirp or I like I could hear like a imagine a heavy sigh coming from that bird guy. It's like really. Speaking of which, I know that birds have attitudes and the different species and they're different and some of them are funny, uh, really energetic. I like to imagine this bird guy in the branches. It's just with an attitude. But so anyways, I came back inside and I also discovered that I have a day old coffee. So I drank a little coffee. I'm excited about that. Anyways, back to what I was saying. The movies. So yesterday, uh, buddy pal of mine gave me a movie, a DVD, in a DVD case as I was sitting there drinking my coffee, and uh, I wasn't feeling too good. But anyways, he shows up. And I look, and of course I hear like this. I hear this the voice I don't quite recognize. You know, I'm all in my dredges of feelings or whatever, and I slowly look, like a slow look, dramatic, of course. And as soon as I see him, my expression, my whole demeanor uh, relaxes, and I feel apologetic, for how I was. He says, "Here," and I see immediately in his hands a movie, DVD, and my from previous conversations, uh, the the buddy old pal of mine, uh, I discovered that he is a movie director, producer. So he gave me a movie. I'm excited to watch it. And so yeah, but I was thinking earlier, a little bit earlier, rewind a few minutes of my life. I was thinking that for whatever reason, I was thinking of like a movie script, like my own life, putting my like a different perspective. It's like, okay, like here's the movie script. Like I used to be an actor. Like I used to when I was in like high school, right? So this is not like a real actor, but I used to be an actor and do plays and stuff like that. And it's like imagine myself reading a script, right? And the script, and it's funny. It's like it's like a whole. It's like la 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 the story, and then at the end, it's just like, and the main character is a vampire. Just very, very like nonchalantly at the end. Like that's not the. I could see that as like a twist. I was thinking to myself that gave me some interesting thoughts. I think are interesting. It's like, first of all, I caught myself. I was like, is that supposed to be negative? Is that a neg? Is that a negative thought? The fact that the main character is a vampire, is that bad? I was thinking to myself, of course, I started to think in terms of, where it's me, right? Like me in this movie. I'm like, I felt that twinge of pain inside. I'm like still focusing on the negative of uh, just vampire in general, the term, what it means, and things about it. And I'm like, still something I need to work on. I'm aware I'm working on it. And I just thought right now that like the term vampire to me is a lot. It's like a lot of things, right? It's like you got all like the cultural stuff and whatever, movies and stuff like that. But it's like to me, it's like a laundry list of things that I like and don't like. And I think that is a better way of thinking about it if I want to sort out, break it down into pieces so that I can apply positive thinking to it. So, because it's like, I was also thinking that as I was thinking about the script idea and that, oh, and at the end, the person's a vampire. I was thinking about how I related it to my current experience. Like right now, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm awake. I've got supernatural energy. Awake, like if I power up, which I did, I wasn't really thinking about it. But I was just like walking down my hallway in my apartment. Where else would I be? I don't know why I said my apartment. But I'm like walking down the hallway and it's just like, oh, I feel really good. I'm like, oh man, I'm like powered up right now. And what that means, it means several things, but one of which is that when I'm awake, especially when I'm powered up, excuse me, that means that everybody around me, or like neighbors and bird guys outside, are aware. Sounds like something a crazy person would say, and I know that's over dramatic. It's not necessarily true. It's situational, but it is kind of a crazy person thing to say, but it's a supernatural thing. So you know, it's something I'm aware of. I got very strong energy, but it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and how that relates to the script idea in the story is that it may be a very simple script, maybe a very simple movie idea, or maybe the person such as myself is very you know it's not very interesting, it's kind of a normal thing. But the vampire aspect of it makes everything weird. And I was thinking about this, I was like weird in a good way. That's how I'd want the script to go. And I was quickly, lightly reflecting upon the things about the script uh, that are affected by the vampire stuff. I'm also, you can tell right now, I'm uncomfortable. Um, I'm uncomfortable because I don't want to sound like a crazy person. But I realize, it's okay. I am a little crazy, tired, but it's one of those like frustrating things. I think frustration is the ideal word for the fact that I've come to realize that when talking about supernatural things and when trying to mentally process and incorporate supernatural stuff with rational thinking or the pieces of rational thinking, it makes not only the rational thinking almost incoherent, but the frustrating thing is that the effect on my mind is, in other people's minds as well, I've discovered, is psychosis, or being kind of crazy, a little crazy, temporarily crazy. So I don't know why that is. I don't know It's one of those questions. Like, it makes sense. Kind of going on a different topic. This is probably, from the movie thing to this is more interesting to me, at least. It's like, I want to ask the question, like, why did God make it this way? Why does the human brain, when interacting with supernatural stuff, it just kind of goes, kaput, kind of goes a little haywire uh, when trying to analyze such things? Like, it makes sense. I could see there's like logic to it. Like, if there was a animal or intelligent creature, I should say, and it wasn't supposed to think about certain things, but it should be able to, like, like, not block it out, certain things in life, but in a way, it's like blocking out. I suppose it's deflecting um, things that the intelligent creature is observing, but it's not meant to observe or see certain things, so that it so then it, like, still registers it as information, but the effect on the brain is that the brain gets all kind of, wonky, so to speak. I could see, like, how that makes sense, or the way in which that happens makes sense. But it is a cornerstone of my personality, which is me saying that because I see supernatural stuff so often, and I'm around people, and people experience supernatural stuff, that it's just a common thing, but it's never a familiar thing, which is interesting. It's like, if you were to see something or experience something every day, and then but to not be familiar with it, to not have that familiar, it's always a strange feeling. It's always that uncoordination of the mind, the kind of eerie feeling of something not being. Trying to put this into words, which I think is really, it's healthy for me to try to do this. Witnessing supernatural stuff on the regular and having a feeling of, it's not, I want to be really careful with this word, what I say next. It's like, for me personally, it's like, it's not, it's eerie in a way, a little I wouldn't say disorienting, but it's it's like eerie, disorienting, and unfamiliar, but like, not in a bad way. Like, those are some, I know those words are kind of like have negative, but it's like, if I was to like mildly use those words. But the cornerstone of my personality, or one of the cornerstones, is that I'm a silly person. And partially, gratefully, thankfully, um, it's because, you know, I get perplexed. But my brain gets perplexed a lot because of the supernatural stuff. So it's funny. It presents an element of humor in the seriousness of life. So I don't know, but uh, I'm gonna get going. But I'm thankful for y'all for watching, and I'm happy to be able to talk about certain things. It's good for me. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you later.